Hi stitching friends. I'm trying a new platform. I did the whole video yesterday, couldn't figure out how to do it. I needed to splice two things together. Nope, couldn't do it. So I'm trying again, and I'm going to see if I can do it all in one shot. I've got my phone turned off. Nothing should happen to interrupt. That would require me to do any editing. So let's give it a shot again. This video is to report on my 12 by 12 adventures, which is on Christmas Eve. And the idea is you start a new project or work on a different project every hour for 12 hours, from noon until midnight. And my friend Debbie joined me on this adventure, and we meandered through the day and had lots of fun, watched lots of Flosstube videos, and got a lot of stitching done. So I'm just going to show you the results of what I worked on. I just put a number of new stitches into my Arctic animals. Up here in the iceberg section, oh, I'm going backwards. In the iceberg section up here, there's so much white fill-in, and it's a really good mindless kind of stitching to do, but I have to be in the right frame of mind because I really want to go on to the next part, which is the Aurora Borealis and the stars up there. I really want to do that next. Well, I want to do it now, but I'm forcing myself to finish the iceberg sewing, which is boring because it's all white. But it must be done, so I got to get going on it because, as you can see, not only has the Aurora Borealis been revealed, the next step of the harp seal is also out. So a new step will be coming, and I really don't want to get too far behind, so I got to get going on that. Force myself to stitch the white. Just suck it up and do it. I'll put on some whip videos from Flosstube, and maybe it'll go quicker, easier. I worked on this one. Look for the Beauty. That's by Bent Creek, and I found where my mistake was, and I know how to fix it. And I worked on this part of the house that put the window in and the door, and I'm really happy with how that's coming along. Pretty soon I'll get to start the letters. And so yeah, that was fun. Happy about that progress. I worked a bit on Mary and Minty. This is where it is now. I am almost done the poinsettia parts. Do you say it poinsettia or poinsettia? I don't know. I'm almost done that part. And then I've started the red in the last border on the bottom. So I'm really close to finishing that. I hope I can stick with it and get it done this year. New start! New year, new start! This is what I started. I watch Helen D's videos, and she's doing birds from pigeon coop designs. So I had to download this cardinal, and it's so cute, and I love it, and it was really quick stitching. I got that much done. Wait, is that the top? Yeah, I put an arrow on so I know which is the top. 2 colors of thread, that went really well. Can't wait to get back to that one. What didn't go very well. Another new start. I really love this design. I really want to make it. I love birds. I love the star. And I have a fabric that I think is going to be great. This is called Brown Sugar from Fiber on a Whim. 20 count. And here's my start. Can you see it? Probably not. It's pretty invisible, and if I'm going to stitch all of these stitches and you can't see them, I thought this would be a perfect fabric. I thought it looked really good with the picture. It wasn't what was suggested, but I thought it was pretty close, and it's a no-go. So I'm trying to figure out what other color I could put it on. I have some blue fabrics ordered. I thought maybe that might work, but that might I might just abandon that idea until I'm more experienced. Another new start. Vintage Angel by Tiny Modernist. I love it. I love the blue and the yellows and golds. And here's my start. I think it's awesome. I love this here, and I'm really happy with my little angel and can't wait to get back to stitching on that. And I almost finished my November square. I had to rip out the M, which had too many humps in it. I had to rip out the M, B, and E, and I redid it, and now I just have to do the R. Oh no. You know what happened? There's only one space in the B. There's only one space, and I made two. That's why there was no room for the R. I have to rip out the E again. Oh, this one has been hard on my brain. I've stitched all those months, all those all of those letters without any problem. This one is giving me problems. Oh, it's bizarre. Anyways, isn't that weird how some projects you just skate through and other ones are hard all the way along? This is Spring Quaker. This one is just skating through 28 count antique white Lugana over 2 using the blooming crocus, which I hope I have another card of thread for, because that one's almost out. But anyways, here's my progress. I worked on the bottom. Can you see that? Did I put something behind it? Let's see. I don't know. I worked on the piece below the butterfly and right down here. It was fun. And then I'll be soon doing the year, which will be as 2025, hopefully, because that's a really fun project. And I have other Quakers that I would like to get to, including the Valentine's Day one, which I have as a new start plan for February. But my most favorite project that I worked on was a new start for this year called Blessings Sampler. Ooh, don't show the pattern. Ooh, Catherine. Okay, here's my Blessing Sampler by the Camping Stitcher. I bet you I'll have to edit that part out because I really don't want to show a pattern. I'll fix it. It's fine. I'll fix it. Maybe I'll fix it. Or I'll have to redo the whole thing again. Okay. Breathe. This is my Blessing Sampler from the Camping Stitcher, Chris. And I love this design, and I've been working on that, and I pulled out 3 of the blue threads from the Nordic Christmas Countdown. These are the 3 blues that I picked out: Winter Solstice, How Do You Blue, and Wind Chill. And the interesting thing is that X Stitch MD, she's doing a stitch right now, and she pulled out the exact same 3 blue flosses to work on. Oh, look, it matches my outfit too. Do we love blue or do we love blue? Love it. Anyways, I'm stitching it on gray. What am I stitching it on? I wrote it down. 25 count Lugana Countess by Forbidden Fiber Co. 2/2. There's where I am so far. I'm just using the 3 different colors. And as you can see, one of the letters has an issue. Can you see which one it is? It's D. D wanted to stand out, be head and shoulders above the crowd. I have to move her down 1. D cannot be 1 stitch higher than the other letters. I don't know why that happened. As we know, I have problems with letters, and which is unfortunate because I love stitching them. Anyways, I've just started the house down there at the bottom. I did have a funny episode where here is where your initials are supposed to go. See that? I just started stitching Chris's initials right here. I was almost finished them, and I realized, what does that stand for? What is that about? CG, I'm like, duh. I'm supposed to put my initials in there, but I don't know how to draft them. I don't have that skill yet, so that might be an empty space, or I might put one of these other doodads in. I don't know. Yeah, that's a future problem for me, not a today problem. I'm just going to stitch the house next. That's it for cross stitch for my 12 by 12. That was New Year's Eve, and then the next day, New Year's Day, I worked on a mystery quilt, which is one of my favorite things to do. And the mystery quilt that I worked on with a couple of friends is called Pretty in Paisley. I didn't use any paisleys. I used the blues and neutrals that were in the suggested fabric requirements list, and you can get the pattern on Scrapdash. And there's my block. I'm pretty happy with how my fabrics turned out, because you never really know with a mystery quilt how it's going to turn out. And I'm not really attached to outcome when I'm doing a mystery quilt. That's what makes it so fun. I just pick some fabrics and start cutting and sewing, and it's fun for me. So I think it turned out okay. And I was able to make 2 blocks. And if you have done this, or you will do it, you will notice that these 2 are inverted on my particular version. This one should have been the beige, and this one should have been the darker. I think it was supposed to be like a blue gingham. But anyways, that's my version, and it's going to stay that way because I was consistent with my error. So if you're consistent with your error, my advice is to just go with it. And I think it will turn out okay. And so that's on the Scrapdash website. If you want to sew it, the pattern is still available. And it's a one-day mystery. You're supposed to be able to finish your quilt in one day, but of course we never do, because we laugh too much and we eat too much and we talk too much. But we did get a couple blocks done, and I just love seeing how different fabrics turn out so differently in a quilt. So I'll put that on my blog whenever I finish it, and I'll show it here too, and show a picture of my friend's version. Okay, and the last thing I want to share is a gift I got at Christmas. Look at this. It's a bag, a canvas bag, and it says Tenacity on it. And on the other side of this canvas bag, my friend Pat stitched that. Amazing. I have done a lot of hand embroidery and a lot of French knots in my lifetime, and none of them have ever looked like that. I love it so much. So she just appliqued this panel on the side of the bag, but I don't think I can use it. Would you use it? It's too beautiful to take to get groceries. It's got a nice gusset bottom on the bag. Maybe I would take it to quilt retreats so I could show it off, or stitching retreats. Yeah, I might do that. I might put some stitching things in it and take it to a stitchy retreat. I don't know, would you use it? Or would you just kind of hang it up on a hook as if you could use it, but you won't? Just admire it for yourself? No, it's too pretty. I should share it with the world. Well, I'm sharing it with the world right now. So, yeah. Thank you to Pat for this beautiful gift. I will treasure it. Okay, so that's my stitchy update for now, and my next video will probably be at the end of January to show you what I've worked on in January and what I've accomplished. And I'm sending many good wishes for you and your family for 2025, and we'll see you again. Bye for now.